What's up, guys? So by the time you're seeing this, there's probably about a week or two left before Christmas. And so I figured we'd go ahead and do a top probably 20 list of truck-related gifts that you can either give or get. And I think we'll break it down, maybe top 10 under $100 and then top 10 over $100. So hopefully help out all the sisters, girlfriends, wives, and anybody else out there. So be sure to also comment and let me know of anything that I might have missed on our list today. Now, some people are pickier than others, so I always like to recommend you ask the person that you're going to be giving this gift to. Say, hey, I've got X amount of dollars to spend on you because I know you love truck stuff. I want to get you something for your truck. What is a good idea? Or just like pick their brain. Hey, what is something you've been looking to get for your truck? And if it's in your budget, then go for it. That's just going to ensure that like you get to give a gift that they enjoy and you feel good about it, and they get to get a gift that they enjoy. And there's none of that weird, like, hey, I didn't really want to put this on my truck, but since you got it for me, I feel like I got to. Just ask them, pick their brain a little bit. I promise they'll let you know exactly what they're wanting. But with that said, let's go ahead and start knocking out the top 10 under $100. Now, since this is my personal list, there's really only one thing that we could start with because I am an absolute exhaust addict. Now, this definitely can get into the hundreds, if not the thousands, but for under $100, you do still have some good options. So you should be able to go down to your local exhaust shop and get the factory muffler removed and pipe put in place for about $100. And trust me, depending on the engine, it can have a huge freaking difference. It's going to be a big difference anyways, but it can get loud. So maybe if you don't think they want it loud, maybe go on Amazon, find a performance muffler for cheap. Just make sure it's for the right size pipe. I would say talk to them, write them a note, put it in a card, say, hey babe, I want to go get your muffler cut off or something like that. Go with them, experience the whole thing. They're going to love it. They're going to love you. If they already have that done, or maybe they don't want their truck any louder, see what size exhaust pipe they have and get them a nice tip. Ask them if they're like rolled, slant cut, all these things. You can go on Amazon, get them anywhere from, I don't know, 20 to 80 bucks. It's going to make the truck look a lot more clean and classy. And also it can change the sound if they already do have something done. So number one on the list, exhaust mods. Now, probably like the next 5 things that we're going to go over, you can get them all on Amazon. And honestly, an Amazon gift card is probably going to be a very solid option and they can just pick it out. But we've got multiple things to go over coming up next that you can add up to $100. So you might get 3, 4, 5 different presents for $100. So you do have to kind of be careful on Amazon and stuff because some things can get so cheap that the quality is just gone. But we'll try to go over and I'll try to leave links in the description to everything. So if they have a truck just like mine, you can get the exact parts that are on my truck. Absolutely nobody wants a gigantic fishing pole hanging off the front of their truck. So next up on the list is going to be shorty antennas, which all 3 of these trucks have basically the same thing, just in different flavors. But man, it does look so much better with them. So over here on Hot Sauce, we have the chrome version. This is the Bullet 50 cal antenna. So yeah, we have a thing for that because all 3 of them have them just chrome black and color match. But these things are really inexpensive. You can get them anywhere from like 12 bucks to 60 bucks probably. And if you don't like the Bullet style, there's little short rubber ones and a bunch of different options. The only downside would be radio reception is definitely not as good, but who's listening to the radio in the big 2.5? Not me, that's for sure. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth, come on now, nobody's listening to the radio, so it's only positive. But if you do, then yeah, I would think about that. But either way, it just looks so much better. It's a nice little thing, and I know not everybody likes the 50 cal style one, but there is so many different options. You can definitely find one that you like. Next up is going to be badges. You can get a ton of different badges for your trucks. This one came with a factory gold and chrome, which obviously on the red looked absolutely horrible. So hopped on eBay and I picked up this. I think it's the 100th anniversary chrome and black with a Chevrolet right there in the center. Looks so freaking good. Absolutely love it. Now, similar to the factory Duramax Allison badge right there on that truck, we got the 5.3 Vortec badge here on Chomper. Don't see many people running that. I think it looks super good. Just don't up badge your truck. So if you got a 5.3, 4.8, V6, whatever it is, don't be going to put a Vortec Max badge on that thing. That's goofy. Don't do that. Next up is going to be spiked lug nuts, because who doesn't love spiked lug nuts? I know some people really don't like them. They just really drive them crazy, but I think they look great with the correct wheels, as well as you can add a spiked valve stem cap as well to complement it, which looks super good. Now, these can be a little bit more expensive. Definitely don't want to cheap out super bad, but probably about $40 to $60, you can get a nice set of spiked lug nuts, and the little valve stem caps are probably like 10 bucks. And continuing the trend of Amazon specials, headlights. So here on Chomper, we've got a nice set of clears. Here on the Duramax, we've got a nice set of clears, and the trend continues. OBS and Larry, they all have a set of clear headlights, so you can definitely tell what I like. But It's a great thing that just absolutely cleans up the front of your truck so much. It looks incredibly good. You can even get some clear fog lights as well if your factory ones are crusty. Now, the downside of this is this might be a Christmas present that you could get them every year because they can be on the cheaper side. So you see how clear all three of these are, but then chompers are starting to turn a little yellow. So probably every year or two, you're going to have to get a new set because they do just kind of get abused by the sun and they just wear out. So yeah, yearly Christmas set of headlights could be a good option. I guess sticking with headlights, lights to go in there. So you can go with switchbacks, LEDs, and get some HIDs in there. Or not HIDs, LEDs. HIDs are a thing of the past, I believe. But you can get those in the headlights. You can get them in your brake lights, reverse lights, interior lights, all these things, very inexpensive. Fog lights, if you're a truck guy, you have to immediately turn your fog lights on the moment you step into your vehicle. It's just a thing. And if you got nasty yellow halogen fog lights, it don't look good. But if you got some nice crispy white or blue ones, oh, it looks so freaking good rolling down the road. Now, we did briefly talk about interior lights you could do, which I will show you right here. Prime example. Nice pure white LEDs in there. But let's hop in here and show you all another couple options for interior upgrades. Personally, I love a good steering wheel cover. It just feels so incredibly good. It looks good. It's one of them things, man. Just a cheap thing that you can throw in there as a present, and I'm sure they'll like it. And it's, you know, it's universal. So get you a Ducks Unlimited, or if you don't like camo, I don't know, get something else. But solid, cheap option, definitely steering wheel cover, as well as floor mats. Now, these things can get more expensive depending on the truck and the company, but there's a million of them out there. These are the last fit liners. So if your man's got either no floor mats or maybe the little square factory ones or something, this is super nice, especially if they do work outside or something, constantly getting crap in there. It's a great option. Keep the truck cleaner, and they'll definitely like it. You also can never go wrong with a couple air fresheners. Grills, whether it's an insert or an entire grill replacement. Here on Chomper, we got the billet bar insert. This is the factory grill. I just cut out the surround, or the inside, and then bolted this guy to the surround, and I absolutely love it. I know not everybody loves billet bars or whatever, but there's a ton of different options. I think it looks absolutely great. Definitely gonna be putting it on here. Over here on the OBS, we have an entire grill replacement. So this entire piece right here, all this chrome, the mesh, everything, that is one solid piece. Pair that together with headlights, man, you freaking completely change the truck. It looks so much crispier. Now, if they got a GM truck from 2007 to current, a DFM AFM disabler is a great option. Now, on the newer trucks, it can get more expensive, but let's say if they have a 07 to 18 truck, these little guys, which have gotten extremely inexpensive, you can get them on Amazon and everything. Now, there is some really cheap ones that I don't know if I would technically trust, but this guy I think was like 40 to 60 bucks. I'll throw it on screen. I'll have a link to it in the description. If you don't know, this keeps your GM truck from going into V4 or DFM. So instead of running on all 8 cylinders, they'll go down to 4 cylinders or less. And a lot of people say it's not good for it. Obviously, doing this does not remove the lifters that are still internally in the engine that are the potential failure point. But it'll make the truck drive better. It will not lose them any fuel economy because none of that garbage works long enough for you to actually save any fuel economy. And just overall, enjoy the truck more, especially if they have exhaust, because when it goes into V4 DFM and it got an exhaust, sounds like a tractor and it's weird, and then it'll, you know, pop out and it can get annoying and whatever. Inexpensive, awesome, running on all of my trucks that have that system. Only reason why I don't have it plugged into here is because I have that monitor in there because I've been keeping up with temperatures and stuff while towing. But yeah, cheap, awesome, tried and true. Get this. Not quite sure how I almost missed this next one because it's one of my favorite things that I've done on a bunch of different trucks, and honestly, not many people do it. I'm not sure why, but it's like the perfect addition, and it just stands out just enough to be different. So whether you do what we are about to showcase here on both of these trucks, that being chrome tow hooks, which are complete replacement parts, or just taking your factory ones off and painting them. So you can get the replacement part, which I think on a truck with chrome accents, like clearly we love here, it's just perfect, dude, because the factory ones are black, they're hidden, and now with it chrome, it's just like a nice little shimmer. It looks super good. But like I said, you could just take your factory ones off like we did on Baby Squat and paint them. that's a great option as well. And it's like I said, it's just the perfect addition. So whether you do the replacement part or get paint, look up your VIN number or your paint code, get proper paint with primer, paint, and clear. It's a great little touch. Now, another great touch, which is kind of leaning in from here, just chrome accents in general. Now, there is a bazillion AutoZone, Amazon special chrome pieces that you could just absolutely obliterate your entire truck with. You can definitely overdo it, and you don't want to do that. But the small little touches are what bring it all together. So like on this body style, they make little mirror caps, similar to that, but those do look really good. We here have the entire rear piece, which I'm still a little undecided on if I want it just the pull or the whole thing on there. I kind of like it. But you can get just the stick-on 3M like that, or you can get the entire replacement piece, which you'll just be removing your factory plastic black one and swapping in this one, which looks super good to me. There's a billion different things, even like on the OBS, there's entire chrome door handles. All of these things, inexpensive, and if you don't overdo it, they all look really good together. Now, I personally don't have any of these on my trucks. I do have them on the Razor because the previous owner put them on there, but it is an affordable thing that a lot of people like, and it is something you can play around with and have a lot of fun, that being rock lights. So I know they're not as popular anymore as they were. They were like literally everywhere. A lot of people still run them, but rock lights are super cool, and there is a million different options from very inexpensive to extremely expensive. You can go with just white. You can go with all the RGBs and that kind of stuff. Can't put wheel lights really on this list. I'm a wheel light guy. I've got several trucks with them. I think they look way better than rock lights, and they're super cool, but they are more expensive. Cleaning supplies. You can never have too much cleaning supplies, even if you go down and like to Walmart or whatever, and you get the chemical guys bucket with all. Sure, there's gonna be people online that tell you, you know, this stuff's garbage, this, that, and the other. It's okay. You don't have to have professional grade stuff to make your truck look good. It is all good. Personally, I would go down to Advance Auto or O'Reilly's actually, and I get the big tub of soap, one that is like looks a little thick because that seems to be better, a little less runny. Get the coverall tire shine, get some detail mist, get some microfiber rags, and a bucket. And even though you're not going to want to wash it right now because it's winter time, detail stuff is always nice. And now it's time for the portion of the video where you got a little bit more money to spend. Now, the first thing that we're going to be talking about is right there borderline on the $100 mark, but in all reality, you're going to have to spend some more after the fact. So that is going to be a leveling kit. You can't go wrong with a leveling kit. If you got that factory suspension, you got to throw a leveling kit on it, which is exactly what this truck right here has. You can go kind of mild to wild when it comes to leveling kits, but we have, I think, a $60 leveling puck. It's literally this thing that goes on top of the strut. That's all it is, raises the truck up. Now, that is going to cost you anywhere between like 80 to 120 bucks for that simple puck. But you do have to get the truck aligned, and it has to get installed. So if they can install it, that's great. There's not any cost with that. But if they can't, then you're going to have probably a couple $100 to get a shop to install that. And then you're going to have to get it in alignment as well, which you definitely want to do to ensure that your truck drives straight and you don't ruin your tires. So leveling kit, great option, can be inexpensive if you do it yourself. If you're ready to ball out, which I would definitely ask them, you're going to get them some wheels and tires, okay? They'll let you know. I promise you. They'll let you know. Go through their phone, see what they've been. Find out, okay? They've probably been scoping out some stuff. They've probably liked some things on Instagram. You can see what kind of wheels and tires they're after, but I would probably ask them. Okay, now if they like their wheels, they just want to go with tires, that is obviously the more inexpensive option. That's great. Ask them though, because tires are very hit or miss, as you see over here on Chomper, which these are getting replaced very soon. Horrible option, absolutely horrible. You don't want someone to get you new, horribly ugly tires or ones that don't fit. You want to get proper tires that fit and look good and you're happy with. So ask them, but hey, that's a big thing. If you're going to get your hubby or something some new tires, dude, he's going to be freaking tickled. But ask him. Your husband been rolling around with his leveled truck because last Christmas you got him a leveling kit. He ain't got no wheels and tires yet. Buy that man some wheels and tires. But if you really want to ball out for him, and he's already got a leveling kit, or he doesn't like how small leveled trucks are, he wants a lifted truck, get him a freaking lift kit, okay? Now, there is a big difference, even right here. We've got rough country. FTS. There is a big difference in price. There is difference in quality. There is difference in installations. They can range from fairly inexpensive to very expensive. And when you lift them, you're not going to want to be rocking the stock tire. So it's going to be a lift wheel tire combo. Come on, get your man right. Hook him up. I don't really know any couples that are going to be doing that exactly, because it's, maybe there are. I don't know. Maybe there is people that, I don't know. Y'all buying your man's lift kits and wheels and tires? That'd be pretty cool if you are, but obviously that is like a big thing that a lot of people like to do, either a leveling kit or a lift kit, or potentially a lowering kit as well. There's one thing that I can verify that your man will love you for, or wife, or whoever. Window tint. Say, hey, I need to borrow your truck. I got to go to Hobby Lobby and pick up this chair that I'm buying for my mom. I got to borrow your truck. And then go take it to the tint shop and say, hey, I want limo tint, 5%. This is what he wants. This is what she wants. This is whoever it is wants. I would say stick to the tried and true. Get him a little deep brow put on there. Maybe if there's a lot of cops and stuff around you, don't go with 5%, but don't go 32. He ain't gonna be happy with that. Don't go 32, okay? At least 20. Another great surprise option. Give them some boom boom pow. Amp. Subs behind the seat. Upgraded speakers in the doors. Holy crap at the ladybugs. Everybody loves audio, right? Everybody pretty much loves audio, whether you listen to X, Y, or Z genre. Subs, they always hitting. Door speakers, always louder. Sound better. Head unit. You'll see up here. Touchscreen. They got an older truck. Huge upgrade. Now, all of this obviously can add up to a whole lot of money, but even if you did it in stages, so get them a nice head unit. They can install it. They should be able to. If you can't, look up a YouTube video and you can. Probably one of those things also want to confirm with them whether or not. But if you got a local audio shop that you trust, do the whole I need to borrow your truck thing again, and hopefully they don't mess the truck up, because it's scary taking things to shops because there's always tending to be some kind of issue. But hopefully not. Hopefully you'll have a great experience. But yes, I promise you, surprise them with some subs. They're going to be hyped. Now, I spoke on it earlier about the wheel lights. That is a great option. There is a bunch of different pricing options between them. You can go from a single row up to like a freaking 20 row at this point now. These are super good. Got the rows on the inside and the outside. 3-row LEDs, super bright. You're seeing it on camera right now. This thing is a straight up spaceship at nighttime. That's super fun. It just looks crazy. It's fun to cruise around, and honestly, it is very useful. Out at the farm, you cut that on, you can see literally 20 foot around your entire truck. So wheel lights are definitely on my top things that I love. I need to get them on more of the trucks. It's hard to on things like this where we run the small wheels. It's not really an option that you can do, but anything that you have bigger wheels, it is just freaking awesome. So I know we did touch on the exhaust in the under $100 section, but you can definitely spend way more than $100 on an exhaust setup. So whether it is a bolt-on kit like a Corsa or a Borla, which is great options, you can bolt it on, don't have to cut anything, it's not permanent. Highly recommend that. Or go into the exhaust shop and, getting True Duals or a single Y pipe or whatever the case. There's a million different options, a million different mufflers, a million different tips. Confirm with them what they would like once again. So hard. So many of these are so hard because I'm trying to put myself in the same perspective as the person that would receive this stuff. And I'll tell you right now, it'd be very difficult for Lauren to pick out some of these things that is exactly what I would want, or like the way that I want it done and stuff. So I know if you're watching this, well, there's probably a lot of y'all truck guys watching this as well, but there's also probably people trying to figure out what to actually buy for someone. And so it is difficult without talking to them. And you don't want to talk to them because you don't want to ruin it. I think my ladder just fell over. It did. Wow. You don't want to ruin the surprise, but at the same time, you want to make sure you get them the right thing. Now, next up is something I don't currently have on any of the trucks, but we will be getting in Hank very soon, that being seat covers. Now, this is a prime example of some primo 30-year-old seats that have lasted the test of time, but they still need to be covered up. So I swear by seat covers, dude. I've ran multiple sets of the Sportsman camo seat covers, which they can definitely get expensive. It's going to cost you several $100s. And if you're watching this video now and you're hoping to get them before Christmas, it ain't happening because there's definitely a delay. But I've ran a couple of different brands, and there's some really good options out there, man. It's so nice having seat covers protect your seats. Get some waterproof ones, get some that are camo that look good. It spice up the entire interior. You don't have to worry about staining your seat. If you got dogs, they can jump in there and they're not going to scratch it up or anything. So they can range from very inexpensive Walmart seat covers, which you don't want to waste your money on, or several $100 premium pre-cut, like proper fitting seat covers that I promise they will super enjoy. So I'll throw up on screen right now some pictures from my old truck that I had ran them in there for years, and they looked brand new and they were absolutely awesome. So definitely on the list. Nice premium custom seat covers. Now, even though mine are trying to make me look bad by having a little bit of humidity up in there, custom taillights, third brake lights, holy crap, absolute game changer. It just makes the truck look completely different. So there is some verifiable nice like websites that sell these things, but you do have to be careful because some people will sell absolute junk. I've had these on here for I think 2 years now. We've ran them on multiple different trucks from the same company. I've always used Mid-South LED, and I've had good luck. Like I said, even though this one's showing some condensation in there, it just happens sometimes from sitting in the shop and then getting out, and just 60 degrees yesterday. It was actually 65, and then today it is currently like 38 degrees out here right now. So that happens sometimes. But dude, insane. Look up the truck, make sure it's the right trim level. So it's, you know, if it's got factory halogens or factory LEDs, that does matter. But holy crap, custom color matched taillights, third brake light, so worth it. They will be hyped. You just got to have their paint code and a little bit of patience, because that does take some time as well. But dude, I mean, it's honestly endless, dude. There are so many different things. We didn't even talk about performance. You could get, you know, a calibrator, a tuner, you can get an intake, you can get a supercharger. Some of y'all wives out there balling, get your man a Whipple. He wants a Whipple, get him a Whipple. He'll figure out how to get it on and get it tuned and everything. I mean, it's honestly endless, but I just wanted to make this video. It's so freaking cold, and obviously we're getting into the shade now, so I'm gonna end it off here. So definitely drop some comments of some of your favorite things that are under $100 and things that are over $100. We just kind of scratched the surface, to be honest. There are so many more possibilities, and like I said, on a bunch of these things, man, you really do want to talk to the person to verify that it's something they're actually going to really enjoy and like. But at the end of the day, they should like it, okay? Know your person, get them what you think they like, and they should like it. But there it is, boys. Hopefully you did enjoy. Drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, ring that bell notification, and y'all have a Merry Christmas.